Storm Team 9 brings you Keeping You Safe, a WTVM special presentation.
And hello everyone, we want to welcome you into our Storm Team 9 special presentation, Keeping You Safe. Now, one of the main jobs that we have as a news and weather leader in the Valley is warning you and your family when severe weather threatens.
And it's not just during the storms. We want to be there for you before and after as well. And this evening, we'll share some interesting information you may not know about the weather here in the Chattahoochee Valley, and also talk about ways you can always stay ahead of the storm.
That's right, but first let's look at what 2013 has offered us so far weather-wise. Now, the winter around here has been relatively mild for most of us, but a system we call an upper level low dumped snow, sleet, and freezing rain on parts of the south early in the month of January. Now, no accumulations were reported here in the valley, but parts of North Alabama received over 5 inches of snow.
Now, later in January, a storm system spawned severe weather, including an EF3 tornado seen right here that hit Adairsville, Georgia, killing 1 person. There were numerous reports of wind damage throughout the south, including the Chattahoochee Valley. And severe weather carried over into February when an EF4 tornado hit Hattiesburg, Mississippi on the 10th. Thankfully, there were no serious injuries or deaths. It was one of 3 tornadoes to touch down in Mississippi that day.
Now, we won't know just how many tornadoes will touch down for the rest of this spring, if any, in our area, but we do know that we're no stranger to the worst of what Mother Nature has to offer. This map showing you tornadoes by county going back to 1950. That's when good tornado records were beginning to be kept out there. And if you add up all of these numbers, you get 373. 373 tornadoes to affect areas just in the Chattahoochee Valley. This going back to just the year 2000, a map of different tornado tracks. You see, we've had several long track tornadoes across our area and also some of the smaller track tornadoes as well, but you probably don't have to travel very far to see the landscape scarred by some sort of severe weather event in our area. Now, this is a map and a list that nobody wants to be on. The number of tornado fatalities going back to the year 2000 through 2012. Check out Alabama, number 1 on the list, Georgia, number 4 on the list with 62 fatalities when you go back to the year 2000. And this map, a look at what tornadoes in Alabama are like as we go through the year, and we are looking at tornadoes throughout the course of the year. We have a severe weather season in the spring, March, April, and May, another peak in November and December, but it's important to know we can have tornadoes during any time of the year. Justin, back over to you.
Yeah, Derek, the way meteorologists detect tornadoes and types of precipitation is changing with new technology. It's called dual polarization, and it's the biggest upgrade in radar technology since Doppler radar was implemented over 20 years ago. Doppler radar works by sending out a pulse of energy that travels through the air until it hits something, like a raindrop. That raindrop reflects part of that energy back, which tells us something's out there. But with old Doppler radar technology, those pulses were only sent in one direction.
One of the big advantages of the dual pole radar is that instead of sending out one beam in the horizontal direction, we send it out in the vertical direction also.
This will paint a 3D picture of what a storm looks like and even detect debris thrown into the air from a tornado.
It's not going to help us issue that warning earlier, but what it's going to do when we see that debris signature, we'll have a high confidence that there's a tornado on the ground, and we'll be able to elevate our wording and let people know that there is a confirmed tornado based on radar signature.
This will help to more accurately warn those communities who are in the direct path of these dangerous storms. It also can determine the size of what's falling out of the sky, helping to differentiate between rain, snow, and sleet, which will help forecasters during the winter months. This new technology will also give better rainfall estimates, which should improve the flood warning process.
Much like the early days of the Doppler radar when it was installed in the 90s, we're learning new things about the dual pole, and we're getting used to it and adjusting, kind of calibrating our threshold for issuing warnings. We're gaining confidence in that, and we really love the upgrade that we're getting.
An upgrade in technology that will help save lives.
Each radar itself, to upgrade the radar, costs about $250,000. If I recall correctly, the overall program ran the taxpayers about $50 million. To me, that's a very small investment in public safety, and I think it's well worth it.
And the video in this story was from the closest radar to our area, operated by the National Weather Service, located at Maxwell Air Force Base in East Alabama. Now, all National Weather Service radars that cover our area have been upgraded to this new technology. Kelly?
After the commercial break, it's all about getting the warning, ways you and your family can stay safe by knowing severe weather is coming at the same time we do.
And most of you know that a mobile home is no place to stay during a tornado warning, but for folks that live there, what options are available? We'll tackle that story coming up.